body language is basically a very powerful non-verbal form of communication that conveys thoughts, feelings, attitudes, and that too without words. So, research shows that non-verbal communication or non-verbal cues account for at least 55% of overall communication, while the tone of the voice attributes around 38%. And, the spoken words that we speak are just 7%. That is what they cover, right? So, in today's world, uh, it is both hybrid as and it is global also, right? The work environment. So understanding body language is more crucial than ever, as it helps build trust. It helps in strengthening relationships and avoid any type of miscommunication, right? So body language, why is it important? That is very, very crucial for us to understand. See, body language uh, has lots of requirements. So first thing is the first impressions. So such studies have suggested that around within just 7 seconds, it only takes those 7 seconds for the interviewer to form an impression about you. Okay. And here your body language plays a major role here. Okay. So your confident posture, your eye contact, and your smile, the genuine smile, right? So these help establish credibility. Then the emotional transparency also. So according to the American Psychology Association, it came up with a study in 23 sometime that 93% of human emotions are communicated non-verbally. Okay, so your gestures, your micro expressions, your posture. So they often reveal emotions that words may able to conceive. Okay, so that is why we are not just our words that we are speaking, but how we are presenting ourselves through our body language. That also is very, very important, right? Then around 22 sometime, there was a report by Forbes that highlighted that global businesses cross-cultural body language awareness reduces misunderstanding by at least 30% during any type of communication. Okay, so direct eye contact is seen as confident in Western cultures. Okay, but it may be considered disrespectful in many Asian cultures, right? So we have to understand cross-cultural communication whenever we are having such type of communication with them, understanding their culture, and accordingly we need to work on our bodies. Our spoken words, of course, they matter, but also more than that, our body language. And many candidates, they do not even consider how they are looking, how their body language is, how they're standing, how their body posture is, how their hand movements are, what are their facial expressions. They don't consider that at all. Okay, so that also plays a very, very important role in any type of communication. You're going for some networking event, you're going for your interviews, you might be going for some type of communication or meetings, you might be going for some any casual network or meeting also. That time as well, your body language is very, very important, right? So key aspects of your body language are posture. So upright posture, your posture should be upright, your shoulders should be broad enough, straight enough. Okay, it signals confidence and openness. The slouching, if you're slouched like this, it indicates disinterest. Okay, or maybe lack of energy as well. Your eye contact. In online interviews also, you need to have proper eye contact. Okay, so you're talking to that person. So you have to maintain appropriate eye contact, that is 60 to 70% during conversations. Okay, this shows your attentiveness. Then your gestures, your hand gestures, how you're moving your hands. Okay, try to make it whenever there is a requirement for you to emphasize. on key points, then you can move your hands, right? Then your proxemics. Proxemics is what? Your personal space. Respecting the boundaries is very, very important for any type of communication. You just cannot go and stand very close to any person and then start speaking, right? So studies show that standing too close during conversations causes increased stress levels. Maybe the other person is not at all comfortable, right? So there is a proxemics that you need to follow. Okay, 1 arm distance. Then your tone and your para language, your voice pitch, okay, your pauses and your pace should complement your body signals. Okay, so your virtual communication, in virtual communication also, in your video meetings, physical presence of mind, physical presence basically is very, very limited. So facial expressions and your gestures become magnified there, right? So maintaining eye contact through the camera, okay, and nodding attentively help bridge gaps, right? So again, there was a report by LinkedIn, 23, 22 sometime. So it says that on workplace communication, it needs that professionals with strong verbal communication skills are 30% more likely to be seen as leaders. The way that your body moves, the way that your expressions are, the way that you dress yourself these are very important. Okay. Then doctors, lawyers, and negotiators rely heavily on reading subtle non-verbal cues for accuracy and trust building. You might have noticed that how our our body language, some people can easily read our body language. Even you also, when you can also, suddenly you start feeling very comfortable with someone, or maybe you feel very you are at a lot of discomfort with maybe in a company where you are not able to relax yourself. Why? Because you are sensing not a very good body language. Okay, so now when we talk about body language is basically a very silent yet powerful form of communication. Okay, it should complement, it should enhance, or sometimes even most of the time contradicts your spoken words. Okay, so it includes gestures, postures, facial expressions, physical appearance, your proxemics, basically your eye contact. Okay, so around 50% of communication, if you remember, we discussed earlier also, it is your body language. Okay, so how personally, professionally, and socially, how you use your body language, that is very, very important. Right, so body language reinforces spoken words. So for instance, nodding while you're agreeing someone. Okay, nod while you're agreeing with someone, or using hand gestures to explain a particular thing. Very important. Okay, makes your message clearer, louder, and crispier. Okay, then it also builds trust and credibility. Maintaining eye contact and open posture conveys honesty and confidence. Right? Then your professional settings, in job interviews, what happens, or maybe in panel discussions or negotiations, confident body language can actually influence decision making. It will influence. Okay, so leaders use it to inspire trust, assert some type of authority, and motivate their teams during, whenever they are conversing with them. And your body language is very important for cross-cultural communication. Okay, so since words can have different meanings, okay, but how your body language it serves as a universal communication tool. So smiles, handshakes, respectful posture, okay, these all transcend linguistic barriers. Okay, so now when we talk about the elements of a confident posture, so first is your head position. Okay, so keep your head level slightly raised. Okay, not like this. It should be like this, straight. Okay, you can keep it a bit raised also, right? And do not make it tilted. Do not tilt it down. And avoid constant nodding also. That is not required. Okay, when someone is, maybe your interviewer is speaking or constantly nodding, yes, yes, yes. Don't do that. That too also. Okay, not where you think that it is important for you. Right? So then a straight head basically shows attentiveness and your authority. Then comes your shoulders. Okay, so relaxed. The shoulders should be relaxed. You don't have to be very uptight. No. Should be relaxed shoulders, but do not slouch them also. Keep them slightly back. Okay, to open your chest area, signaling your openness and your confidence. Okay, then your chest and torso. An open chest. Okay, not hunched forward. Make it straight. So if your shoulders are straight, your chest and your torso will also be straight. Okay, this projects confidence and approachability also. Okay, and leaning forward, leaning a slightly forward, not very much, just slightly forward while you're seated, shows your interest and your engagement in the conversation. Okay, then your back and spine. So a straight spine is the strongest indicators of confidence. Even while we are, while we sit, so that time also we bend out, we bend to, towards forward, and then we sit. There also you have to be careful. You should not bend forward and then sit. You have to sit straight. Okay, when if you are wearing, for especially for women, if you're wearing frock or if you're wearing skirt, so you should work on your skirt, how to sit. If you are a man, then how you should open your coat button and then sit. So there are lots of different types of etiquettes that you need to follow, right? Then your hands and your arms, so keep your hands visible. Do not hide them in your pockets, or maybe do not, like how she's standing here. Do not cross your arms. Okay. Use natural and controlled gestures to emphasize different types of points. And arm rest, arm resting comfortably by the side or slightly on the table also, it's okay. It projects calmness. Many people will tell you, don't put your hands on the table. It is okay. While you're speaking and you're putting your hand on the table, it is okay. But yes, not every time. Okay. Then your legs and feet. So when you're standing, place your feet shoulder width. Okay. Your place the feet shoulder width. Okay. Apart for stability for your posture. And avoid constant shifting from one leg to the other, tapping, or maybe crossing your legs. That also you should not do. Many people have this habit of standing on one leg, putting full their weight on one leg. That is also very bad. Don't do that. Okay. When you're sitting, both feet flat on the ground. Okay. Knees at a natural angle also. Rather than you're fidgeting, sometimes you fidget also, because we are very, what should I say, tensed as well. So stop doing that. Right? Then comes your eye contact. Steady, respectful eye contact without staring. Right? Shows your confidence and your sincerity. And looking away too often also can signal your dishonesty, your disinterest, okay, your nervousness also. Then comes your facial expression, always a calm, composed expression. Give a genuine smile. Okay, this will add warmth to your communication, to your personality as well. Okay, avoid frowning. Stop biting your lips. If you're a person who continuously bites your lips like this, don't do that. Okay, because this shows that you are tensed, which can undermine your confidence. Okay, then comes your movement. Controlled and purposeful movements reflect your confidence. Too much spacing, okay, don't do that also. Avoid restless movements, tapping your fingers, shifting weight too often, getting up and sitting down, looking here and there. Don't do that. Okay, walking with a straight posture and steady pace, it signals authority. Okay, and then your breathing. Deep, steady breaths will calm your body. Always take some steady breathe. Very, very important. So these breathing exercises actually helps our mind to relax. So whenever during this class also, when I'm about to start, I take 3 deep breaths. Okay, for me this is the formula. For you maybe some other number. Okay, 3 to 5, and then I start something wherever I want to speak. So whenever I do different types of trainings, whenever I go for any type of networking events, I always take these deep breaths. It helps my mind to relax because our mind is continuously working on some or the other thing. Okay, clear for everyone? I hope there are no doubts. Okay, if you have any doubts, please put it in the chat box. Right. Next comes your eye contact. This is one of the most powerful non-verbal communication. Okay, especially in the professional settings. It shapes how others perceive your confidence, your credibility, and your sincerity. Okay, so in business communication, whether during meetings, maybe during interviews, during negotiations, presentations, eye contact can determine the quality of connection, okay, and the outcome of interactions. So first thing is eye contact builds trust and credibility. People are more likely to trust you if you maintain steady, respectful eye contact. Okay, so according to a Harvard Business study, professionals who make good eye contact, they are perceived more honest, competent, and confident as well. Okay, too little eye contact can raise doubts about your integrity. Okay, so work on your eye contact a lot. Okay, eye contact also demonstrates your confidence. Okay, so leaders and skilled communicators maintain direct eye contact. Okay, this signifies their self-assurance. In business pitch or interviews, steady eye contact tells audience you believe in your own ideas. Okay. Conversely, avoiding eye contact can make you seem very, very nervous, unprepared, okay, or maybe lacking some type of conviction. Then eye contact also enhances engagement. If you hold a direct eye contact, okay, it will hold attention and keeps listeners engaged to you. So even if you're talking to multiple people, okay, you can give eye contact, you can make eye contact with everyone. It is very, very good. Right, so scanning the room and connecting with multiple people through your eye contact ensures that everyone feels included. Okay, it also encourages active listening as well. Right, then eye contact also supports your persuasion and influence as well. Okay, so persuasive communicators often use eye contact to emphasize points, okay, create impact, and in negotiations especially, negotiations. Maintaining eye contact will strengthen your position. Okay, and it will make your argument appear more convincing. Right? Also, eye contact reinforces active listening. So if you eye contact is not just about speaking. It's equally important while listening also. So looking at someone while they are talking shows respect, and it shows that you are interested in listening to them. Okay, that you're validating their inputs. In business relationships especially, this strengthens collaboration, empathy, and trust. Okay, eye contact also improves leadership presence. So great leaders are remembered not only for what they say, but how they connect with people. So eye contact creates a sense of personal connection. Okay, even with the large audience as well. So it reflects authority, empathy, and approachability. Okay, so I'm going to share some tips with you. So they always follow 50-70 rule. Maintain eye contact 50% of the time when you're speaking, okay, and 70% of the time when you're listening. Always remember that. You can use a triangle method also. That is looking at one eye, then the other, okay, then the mouth area. This, like that. Okay, it feels quite natural and avoids staring also. So the person who's sitting in front of you, first look at their right eye. I'm just giving you right or left eye, okay? First look at their right eye, the left eye, then their mouth, then right eye, left eye, mouth, like that, okay? But not in very short duration. Wait at every point. Okay? So, and especially on video calls, look at the camera lens. Very important. So not just on the screen. Okay, this will stimulate your eye contact more. Okay, then there are some negative body signs as well. Body language communicates as much, sometimes maybe more than spoken words. Okay, so while positive body language can create trust, authority, connection, confidence, negative body language can weaken your message, make you seem disinterested, and create barriers in communication. Okay, being aware of these signals will help you to work on them on real-time basis. First is, of course, lack of eye contact. Avoiding eye contact may indicate nervousness, dishonesty, lack of confidence here. Okay, then if you have crossed arms, okay, so this posture often reflects defensiveness, disagreements, or being closed off. It creates a barrier, okay, between you and the other person. While you're making any type of collaboration, it will make that collaboration harder. Right? Then fidgeting or restlessness. What is that? That is, maybe you're playing with pens, you're tapping your feet, or adjusting your clothes too oftenly, frequently. This shows that you are anxious. Okay, or maybe you're impatient. And it will distract the listener, okay, and makes you appear unprepared and unprofessional. Okay, then comes your body posture, slouching, leaning too far back, like that also. Okay, so when you're sitting like this, relaxed, or maybe you're slouching. Okay, this demonstrates low energy, lack of interest, or maybe your disrespect as well. Okay, others may perceive you as a careless, unmotivated, or lacking confidence. Okay, then excessive nodding also. So while occasional nodding shows attentiveness, overdoing it can seem insincere or maybe submissive. Others may feel that you are agreeing without actually engaging in or thinking critically. Okay. Then avoiding smiling. A lack of genuine facial expression suggests negativity, disconnection, or discomfort. So forced smiles can appear fake and it can harm your trust. So create an impression of being uh, that you're being friendly with someone. Okay, so how can you do it? By giving a genuine smile. Very small smile, make it professional and genuine also. Okay, try to do that. Okay, I also, most of the time, I also don't smile much. You might have been seen, just notice that also as well, right? So I only smile when I'm not speaking, but when I'm speaking, that time I forget to smile. So that is why work on it. I am also working on it. Okay, we are always work in progress, all of us. Okay, then touching your face frequently, covering the mouth, okay, like this, rubbing your eyes, okay, or maybe scratching your head. This may suggest dishonesty, nervousness, and confusion. This distracts from your words and lowers your credibility. Okay, then invading the personal space, standing or sitting too close. Okay, it makes people uncomfortable and can feel aggressive. Okay, it violates the people's personal boundaries and reduces the trust. Okay, then lack of gestures also, too stiff, your body is very stiff. Minimal or maybe rigid movement can indicate fear, lack of enthusiasm, or disconnection. Okay, so work on these negative body language. Here what you can do is you can record yourself in you can take mock interviews and you can record yourself. Okay, and you can review your gestures, your postures, your expressions, and that can help you identify and correct if you have any type of negative body language habits. Okay, so like for example, weak handshake, glancing at the clock, crossed arms, lack of facial expressions, all these things are your examples for that. Okay, now arm crossing style. There's something called as classic cross. So arms tightly folded across the chest. Yes, so it means you are of like this. Okay, you're often seen as defensive, closed off, or maybe restrained. Okay, you are resistant. So it can signal discomfort, disagreement, or even lack of confidence. Okay, so that is what, use this when you are cold. Only that time you use this, or when you're standing casually in a very neutral environment, that time you do it. Okay, sitting when don't, there's some don'ts here. Don't sit with arms crossed in an interview, okay, or maybe a presentation. It can make you look unapproachable. Okay, then you have relaxed or cross arms. So arms loosely they are folded with hands resting on opposite arms. Okay, so neutral or casual comfort. So this is less defensive, but it is more about relaxation. Okay, so use this casually when you are in your friends, among your friends or family. Okay, overusing it in professional settings. Okay, this shows that you're closed. Here, openness is expected from you. Okay, then we have partial, that is one arm cross the body, holding the other elbow. Okay, like this. That is partial cross. So this a self-soothing or self-protective gesture, and it often signals your nervousness and insecurity. Okay, so be mindful. If you notice yourself doing this, try to relax. Okay, relax your arms as well, and use a pen or a notepad to redirect your gesture. Okay, don't maintain this posture in important conversations. Don't do that because it suggests lack of confidence. Then we have hidden cross, that is hands tucked under arms while crossing. Okay, this shows your withdrawal, discomfort, or even hidden hostility. It often appears in tense situations. Okay, so avoid it completely in professional context. It gives impression of stubbornness. Okay, don't use it during conflict discussions or maybe business presentations. Okay, arms crossed with a smile, so defensive but softened by friendliness. So the smile may, counterbalance the crossed arms, but the mixed signal can or still confuse other people. Okay, so if you naturally cross arms while you're smiling and your head is nodding, or maybe you're leaning slightly to show engagement, you can do that. Okay, but don't rely on a smile alone to undo your crossed arm position. Okay, now why we should practice non-verbal communication? See again, 55%. Okay, it takes 55% of our communication. So non-verbal communication refers to all the unspoken signals we send and receive through body language, through gestures, facial expressions, postures, eye contact, okay, tone of voice, and even your appearance. So studies work on that 50% of communication is non-verbal. Okay, so it enhances message clarity. So words alone may not always fully express emotions or maybe intent, right? So that time practicing non-verbal cues like gestures, tone, then your expressions ensures your words and actions, they align, making your communication very clear and consistent. Okay. It also builds trust and credibility. So in business, bless you, Pranali. So in business, people decide quickly whether they trust you, right? So open body language like eye contact, upright position, posture, genuine smile. This helps establish credibility and reliability. Okay. Then your nonverbal communication strengthens relationship also. Practicing nonverbal communication makes you more empathetic and approachable. It shows attentiveness, nodding while listening, leaning slightly forward, or mirroring gesture signals. Uh, that might tell people that you are interested in talking to them, and they can also feel engaged with you. Okay. It also boosts confidence and presence. So practicing powerful posture, straight back, relaxed shoulders, okay, steady eye contact. This creates commanding presence. Okay, so even if you feel nervous, adopting confident non-verbal cues can make you appear calm and self-assured. Okay, also non-verbal communication bridges cultural and language gaps. So in global businesses, language barriers often exist. Practicing universal non-verbal cues like handshakes, smiles, respectful nods. They help you connect and communicate effectively without relying solely on words. Okay. It also improves leadership impact. So leaders influence more through how they carry themselves than their titles. Okay. So practicing body language like expansive gestures, confident stance, controlled tone. It projects authority and inspires teams. Okay, and also last but not the least, it will help you to control negative signals. Many people unconsciously display nervous habits, fidgeting, crossing arms, avoiding eye contact, biting nails. Okay, they might send lots of wrong message. So practicing non-verbal communication helps you become self-aware and replace negative signals with positive professional ones. Okay, are we clear now? Right, so practicing non-verbal communication ensures that your body language supports your words, builds stronger connections, and projects confidence. Okay, so it's basically a very powerful skill that transform ordinary communication to influential communication, and that is what we want to do. In any type of communication, you want to influence others, right? You want to influence their decision. So that is how you can work on it. Okay, clear now for everyone? Now we are open for all your questions. You can please ask your questions.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes, hello.
Ma'am, how to clear aptitude test, ma'am, in one shot of
Okay.
any company?
Okay, so now see, for aptitude test, you have to understand what the company is all about. Okay, and
Okay.
you have to be ready with your technical as well as, you know, where all, how your aptitude, how your knowledge, how your cognitive ability will help that JD. You have to be aware about that. Okay,
Okay.
there are
Yeah.
lots of books. If you, suppose now, for example, you are from a software background. Okay, so you will get lots of books also for software aptitude test as well. Okay, you
Okay,
start
ma'am.
solving those questions. Okay,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
then you can watch lots of videos also on that. So there are ways that they will tell you how to solve each question. So there are lots of different types of questions are there in aptitude test, right? So there is not one type. So you have to apply your cognitive skills there. So
Mm.
that time do watch such videos, but solving the questions, that will help you a lot.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, because I, for aptitude test, I cannot tell you for one type of question. There are different types there. So you have to apply your
Yes.
skills, you have to apply your knowledge to solve them. Okay, so
Yeah,
better
ma'am.
is that you start practicing them.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
welcome Satyashri. I hope I was able to answer you. The thing is, aptitude, uh, okay, yeah, you are there. Okay, so aptitude test,
Mm.
see, the more you practice, the better it will be. Okay, because you have to see, I did my aptitude test when I was clearing this cat mat exams, all these things during my
Oh,
time
okay, okay.
in
Yeah.
2009. Okay,
Mm.
so that time it was all related to management and logical reasoning.
Yeah.
So I nowadays it has been evolved a lot. So they involve each and everything around your job, around the type of subject expertise you have, the industry that you work in.
Yes,
Okay, so
ma'am. They
nowadays
have
it
been,
is,
yeah.
yes, it is improved, it is
Recently,
changed a lot. Tell me, please.
recently I have written a TCS aptitude test. It was my worst test in my life.
Yes.
The questions are
So,
so tricky. I thought that it will be easy, nothing there. They will not
oh,
give difficult. I thought that, but it was ulta.
yes. Yes, the aptitude tests are very, very difficult. You just cannot, think that it is going to be easy, especially for software companies. It is very difficult. For marketing, for finance, it is still related to your subject. But for
Mm.
softwares, software's aptitude, where will you use otherwise? So they become very, very tricky, and they are all context based. So
Yeah.
that time, the more you practice, the better it will be. So there in market, you will get market online also. You will get lots of questionnaires related to that.
Yeah.
Okay, you can
Yeah.
start practicing on that because this is a very
Yes,
important
ma'am.
interview round
Yes.
in these such type of companies.
Mm. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah. In my
yes.
college, only 5 people selected to interview, ma'am.
See.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a campus placement.
Yes, yes, campus placement.
Arey baap re, then to it will be very difficult because they expect you students to work on it. Because
Yeah.
you have entered, see in my college what used to happen. I'm talking about 2007. Okay,
Yeah.
so what used to happen there was we used to give our uh, like I was selected through CAT. Okay, so we used to
Mm-hmm.
give MAT, CAT, then our SAT was also required all these things. So
Mm.
after we got selected, our the companies who came for the placement, so we were given that they are going to ask, they are going to have these many different types of rounds. So the first
Mm.
round was aptitude only, first round
Mm.
in such companies. Okay, and
Mm.
now if suppose now 50 students are attending, after that aptitude test only 2 or 3 people will be able to go for the interview. That is the reason why companies do aptitude test, because they want to select only few people for the next round, not the full gang of students, especially for
Mm.
campus interviews, because the population of people, students applying is too high.
Yeah.
Right? So there can be some 100, 200, 300 maybe.
No, it
Okay.
was almost, I think in my placement means the placement center, I think it was around 300 people, 400 people, I
See.
think.
Uh,
Yeah. I thought that nobody will come, who will come for this and all, I thought.
no, but at least you got an experience, Satyashri. So don't worry. That experience will
Yeah.
help you to work on your next preparation for the next interview. Okay, so
Yeah,
don't worry.
yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Even I did not pass lots of aptitude test after that. I am also not a very person who applies lot of logic. But later on, I also understood, because during my preparation for the entrance exams, that time my logical reasoning, my aptitude was very very bad, very bad. But it was improved a bit only because of practice. That is
Yeah.
what I will expect you to ask you, rather request you to do.
Mm. Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Any other question?
No, ma'am, no questions.
No. Okay. Anything from you, Pranali? Anything from your end?
No, ma'am. Yes, thank you.
No. Okay.
No, thank you.
Okay. Okay, then everyone, bye bye. Take care. And next we have same day. We are going to meet on Tuesday and same time, 3 to 4 p.m. And we will talk about tackling salary negotiation. Very, very important part. Okay, so because there can be lot of embarrassment, when you are discussing about, or maybe there are many people who are not very comfortable with this type of negotiation. Like I was not comfortable when people used to talk to me about what salary do you expect. So they used to tell me that, okay, we are going to pay you this much. And it was very difficult for me to tell them this is my requirement. Okay, so this you need to understand it. And nowadays the environment is very very competitive. Okay, business world is very competitive. From starting from your fresher up journey till you are experienced, you will always be asked this question: what is your salary expectations?
How
Okay,
to answer on this? If
we will discuss that. That is what this module is. We are going to
Okay,
discuss that.
so this is on Tuesday.
Tuesday, 3 to 4 p.m. Every Tuesday, 3 to 4 p.m. We have this interview preparation classes.
Okay, so every Tuesday you takes on different topics.
Yes, so see, these are different topics. So we started with all these topics. Now we are on the seventh module. Okay, then seven, then we'll go to the eighth, ninth, all this. So till 12th, we have all these topics are left.
Okay, ma'am. We'll join on Tuesday again.
Thank you.
Yes, see you. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Bye.
everyone. Bye
thank you,
bye.
ma'am.
Thank
Bye,
you.
ma'am.
Bye bye. Take care.
Take care, ma'am.